encryption doesn't fail, people do. In 2018, the Swedish cybercrime unit was hunting a ghost. The police were arresting the runners and the buyers, but the man at the top stayed completely out of reach. Flugsvamp 3.0 wasn't just a website. It was an industrial-scale operation, moving volume that made street dealers obsolete. It held a near monopoly on the Swedish drug trade. For 3 years, investigators had nothing. No IP address, no physical location, just a pseudonym. Admin. He had done everything right. Encrypted drives, cold storage wallets, years of clean separation. But anonymity on the blockchain is a fragile thing. You can encrypt your traffic, you can fake your identity, but you cannot erase the transaction history. The blockchain is a permanent record of every mistake you ever made. And Fredrik was about to make a big one. This is the Nordic Archive. An IP address is just a number. Until you ask the internet provider who pays the bill. The police sent a request to Telenor. And the answer didn't point to a basement in Rinkeby. It pointed here. Täby, Sweden. We know Fredrik was the admin. But to his neighbors, he was just a boring, successful IT consultant. He had a legitimate shell called net2net, but the math didn't add up. 0 clients in Sweden, yet millions were pouring into his corporate account every month. So where was the dirty Bitcoin going? Hong Kong. He wasn't just hiding cash under a mattress. He was invoicing himself from a shell company called Beltran Consulting. No services, no products, just pure cash, washed clean. Fredrik was smart enough to use a burner phone, an alias Kasper Cederqvist. He kept his darknet life completely separate from his family life, but he made a mistake that no amount of encryption could fix. Physics. You cannot be in 2 places at once, but 2 phones can be in the same place forever. When the burner phone slept, Fredrik slept. When Fredrik travelled to his summer house, the burner phone travelled to the summer house. They weren't 2 people. They were one. Locating Fredrik was the easy part. Arresting him? That was a nightmare. The police knew exactly how Flugsvamp was built. It was designed to self-destruct. Full disk encryption. If that laptop lid closed for even 1 second, the RAM clears, the keys vanish, and the evidence becomes a brick of scrambled code. They couldn't knock. They couldn't announce themselves. They had to hit him while the machine was awake. October 27th. The team moved in. When they secured the living room, they looked at the coffee table. The laptop didn't go black, it stayed on. He hadn't pulled the plug. For the first time, investigators weren't looking at encrypted gibberish. They were staring directly at the admin panel of Flugsvamp 3.0. And there it was. The keys to the kingdom, the user database, the dispute logs, and $650,000 in Bitcoin seized in a single click. Fredrik didn't deny the money, but he had an explanation. He claimed the millions flowing from Hong Kong were legitimate business. He claimed it was for SEO, website traffic, and from his NFT project. He claimed he was a legitimate tech mogul with a turnover of $4 million. It wasn't a lie, it was his exit strategy. But what about the massive crypto exchanges on Telegram? Fredrik blamed Rafael, a mysterious trader who gave him a discount. When police pressed him for a name, Fredrik played the moral card. He said, "I am hesitant to throw an online acquaintance under the bus." But the truth was simpler. There was no bus, and there was no Rafael. Fredrik played the role of a CEO perfectly, until they showed him the OnePlus phone found in his office. The Tor browser had crashed, leaving a cached session of the admin panel. Fredrik panicked. He said, "It sounds completely unreasonable." He tried to claim it was just a screenshot he found online. He asked, "Can't it be a picture that is flourishing on the internet?" But forensics proved it wasn't a picture. It was a file written to the disk when the browser crashed. And the irony? The same English language settings he used for his international NFT business were the exact settings found on the admin account. His legitimate life and his criminal life had the exact same digital fingerprint. The NFT business couldn't save him. The Rafael story couldn't save him. Fredrik was sentenced to 11.5 years in prison. The 26 million krona villa seized. The Bitcoin seized. He tried to build a legitimate empire on a foundation of crime, and it all collapsed. But there is one final detail that keeps the investigators awake at night. Based on the market volume, the admin should have earned over $10 million. Police only found $650,000. The rest? It vanished. Maybe he spent it, maybe he lost it, or maybe somewhere in a forest buried on a USB drive. The keys to the kingdom are still waiting. Fredrik is in a cell, but the money's a ghost. Thanks for watching.